So, Nita, how do you actually look at performance of mailer campaigns? How do you, if a mailer campaign is not doing well, how do you approach it?
Hi, Kaushik. So if I think we've been shooting emails since a while. Then we analyze the rates, whether the opening rate is good or the click rate is where we need to work on. So if emails are not getting opened only, then we try to rework the subject lines, make them more attractive. And if there is a good opening rate, but it's not going anywhere, then we try to rework the content. And if
Yeah.
there are any graphics, then yes.
Yeah, I mean, there are quite a few examples, and I mean, even personally, right? I've seen that tweaking the subject lines, right? You are referring to open rate, so that makes a big difference. So open rate, and the other bit is that if you're saying that okay, the open rates are good, but if the click rates are not good, so then you have to work on your the content, which is the
The email itself.
Right, the email. Okay, so I actually wanted to do like a video on what should the approach be, when the responses are not happening, in plain language. So let me share. I'm talking about the email. So I'm going to be taking the example of Incruder, and I mean just as an example. I'm not actually I don't know the kind of mails that they send. I just taking it so that as an example.
Yeah,
right?
nice. Yeah, recruiter company.
Yes. So it's basically it offers to IT companies, it offers interview as a service, and also they have products which help you to do technical interviews. Okay, you can also now, because of AI, a bot doing the interview, right? So all of these are the offerings now. Assume that the email campaign that these folks are doing, that's not giving a response, right? So then the first thing is that if a mailer campaign is not giving a response, it does not just mean that the email is not doing the job. It's always a combination of activities which result in someone responding to an email, which all of us know that people have to visit your website a few times. They have to look at your LinkedIn communication, right? And after that, you actually they start responding to you, and it's
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's surprising. There's so many of these YouTube videos which talk about email marketing and responses and cold email marketing, but the fact is that there are very few scenarios where you just get like someone has not looked at your website or your previous communication and is responding to an email like out of the blue. So and even if someone is responding like that, like just based on one email, there's a high chance that may not go far, in the
Absolutely.
next discussions, right?
Yeah, I'd
So
like to mention here that this whatever you said is the exact reason why in emails from B2B emails we prefer adding not just your website address. We mean to add the LinkedIn icons and that they're clickable. And if the person before they want to visit your website, they just want to go check you out on LinkedIn or Facebook or any other, so they can. So that is why you offer them.
Yes, that's a great point. People want to see. In fact, there were certain. That reminds me of an example recently where we found that the number of people who are clicking on the LinkedIn profile was a lot more than the website link. When you looked at the analytics. So yeah, people want to, and I would also first
options have to be open. Yeah.
I would also look at the YouTube channel and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's I just wanted to make that first that point. The other thing is that you then have to look at your ICP, right? Now, taking the case of Incruiter, maybe if their email response is not working, and if they are trying to push the bot or the technical interview platform, right? Maybe what people are looking at is good resumes in the first place. So they are people are not getting good resumes. So then the offering can be something else. Is whatever you're communicating, is that a burning need? Is that something where people are really finding it tough, to go on with the day-to-day business? So if that's the case, like you mentioned, if it's really links to a pain point, then yes, the chances of response are that much better, right? And so now coming to the point which you had mentioned with respect to the messaging, right? So which within the mail, right? So now I'm going to be now getting into the B2B prompt library on our site, and you will see that, let's assume that the mail which Incruiter has been sending is based on the IDA methodology, right? So if you go to the section, you'll find that there are quite a few. There are like 7 examples of email copy methodology. All of these are actually based on classical marketing techniques, like there is problem, agitate, solve, there is before, after. These are methodologies which a lot of copywriters use, but they may not actually be calling it this, but they use it, when they are drafting mails,
True.
right? And what we have done is we have helping people generate prompts for all of these, right? So now, if so, the point I was coming to is that, suppose you're using one of these, it's worth the effort and the time to try out a different methodology, right? So if you're using this, maybe you can use the before after bridge sales methodology and see the change, right? And I mean, just to give you a example, right? So this, I mean, after, what you have to do is you have to go here, right? And you have to fill in all this information, and it will generate the prompt for you, right? So, and pretty much it is like, let me just actually do this to show all of you how easy it is to make a email copy. So I'm just going to be taking this, just going to be saying in recruiter, and this is IT companies, and I'm going to say top pain point. Assume we are doing it for the the interview software, right? So not having time to interview candidates, right? And I'm just going to be putting this as so you don't actually also have to answer all the questions, whatever you can answer. Okay, what are the solutions? So solution is that we can offer interview as
The more questions we answer, the better the
better as a prompt.
prompt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Positive list down benefits. So yeah, it is more time for the company top management, right? That's really the main benefit. Action expected is, let's say, visiting the website. Okay, so just by answering this, of course, you can do a better job with respect to answering these questions, and you can generate this prompt. And you just have to copy this prompt, go to your GPT, and right. So you will,
Yeah.
yeah, you can see that it has. This is using the before after like this methodology, so you will see that the email is in line with that, right? So yeah, so you can see that it is showing you the situation before, right? This is the issue that you're facing, this is the before, and then it is showing you, okay, after, imagine a world where all this is there, etc. And yeah, so it is explained, this before after is explained here, right? And after that, then the service is explained.
Introduced. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can, so the point is that, suppose you're using some other methodology, you can try this, and and then check for, say for a couple of weeks, and see how it is doing, right? So that's really how I would say you should approach emails not getting a response, right? Just to summarize, first is, of course, do those tweaks with respect to the subject lines, and second is, remember, it's always a cumulative effect of the overall digital activity that you're doing. It's not just don't look at this email as a solitary tactic, and then look at changing. Then, yeah, look at your ICP, see what is their core need, and see if your email is really talking to that. And the last thing would be, look at various uh, like with respect to the email copy, look at various examples, various methodologies, and try them out to see if you get a better response by using some other methodology, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was it.